housing prices are becoming so expensive across Ontario. And right here in this community, the prices have gone up by 40%. It is absolutely unfathomable what young people, what young families, what first-time home buyers are facing in terms of their goals to try to buy their own home. What we have done, what New Democrats have done, is put a plan together that will address many aspects of the housing crisis that sadly, other governments have not addressed over time, it's particularly the last number of years where things have continued to increase out of control. It includes a number of pieces. One of them is on that very issue that I just talked about, helping young people, helping them with their down payment. It's something that we call a shared equity loan, and it will provide 10% of the value of the property as a loan to first-time home buyers who then do not have to pay that loan back until they sell the property or move out.
When I talk to people these days, housing challenges tend to be the first issue that people raise, whether they're looking to buy or rent, or start a family, or downsizing. The NDP has a plan to address these challenges because everyone deserves to have a comfortable place to call home.
So my experience here in Stratford looking for home is really tough. It's just myself and my husband, but we need a home. We have 9 grandchildren that we would love to have come to our home. But in a 2-bedroom apartment, it's really hard to have all that family all at once into our apartment. I love teaching the grandkids when I do see them, and that's the other reason I would like to be able to find an affordable place with more room, because if I can't teach my culture to my family and my grandkids, it's going to end there. And right now we're thinking of moving 12 hours away because that's the only place that we can find land and a sustainable home for ourselves where we can survive.
What is your plan to keep from those who are interested in buying all these homes and turning them into investment properties? What is your plan on preventing that and allowing someone to actually get into the housing market?
It's a great question because we know that that's what's happening now. A house goes up for sale, and I've heard from real estate agents who have told me that their hearts break when the families start bidding, and then in swoops these deep-pocketed investors, and the prices jack up by hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the families are left, in shock with the complete inability to buy those houses. And so there are a number of things. We are going to be increasing the speculation taxes significantly and cover all of Ontario, not just Toronto. So that's a big piece of it. We are going to be putting vacancy taxes on, particularly non-resident, and trying to, because we know that some of these places stay empty because they literally are just, they're just assets for some corporation to not even make, allow it to be a home. And so those kinds of things are pieces that we're going to put in place immediately. It doesn't take a lot of time to do that kind of thing. It could have been done years ago and still should be done right now. Having said that, there's another piece too, which is, we've been watching as the current premier has been saying that he's going to build thousands of homes everywhere. Well, unless you prevent those thousands of homes from being bought up in the same way that the current stock is now, it's not going to help. And the other thing is, what we also know is that people need to have a starter home. Do you remember that concept, a starter home? Things like duplexes, things like townhouses. So we really, it's called the missing middle. We don't have enough of that kind of stock, and so our plan also focuses on that kind of stock, so that we can give that opportunity for people to get into the housing market at a level that makes sense financially to them.
That goes right into my next question. A lot of the homes that are available right now and that are currently being built, condominiums and townhouse complex, are part of condominium complexes and programs where those will have to pay condo fees and whatnot on top of their mortgage, on top of everything else. Is there a plan to build those middle-level homes that aren't part of these complexes that will essentially, the fees bring your mortgage payment right up to an expensive home price?
Oh, no, no, you're absolutely accurate. And not all townhouse complexes, for example, are condominiumized. They can be freehold condominium, or rather freehold townhouses, and that's the kind of thing that we're looking at. When it comes to places like, and not everybody wants to live in a condo either, right? And especially younger families, they like to look at more traditional home ownership in terms of something that's closer to the ground and not necessarily on the 50th floor of a high-rise. And so that's why we are talking about things that help with municipalities in terms of zoning regulations to get some of that missing middle housing put in place.